You've always been alone, haven't you? The people you called friends, they were just shadows. Temporary. They vanished the moment the light dimmed, leaving you in the dark. But you can't depend on shadows. You've never depended on them. You've always relied on yourself. And look where that's gotten you. You're still here, still standing, still breathing. That's enough. That's always been enough. The pain, it's your fuel. The rage, that's your fire. Don't run from it. Don't bury it. Let it burn. Let it sear through every fiber of your being and push you forward. That's all you need, not their approval, not their love. Just the fire, just the fight. That's what keeps you alive. That's what makes you unstoppable. Stop waiting for them to notice. They won't. Waiting for them to care? They never did. And that's fine because you don't need them. You never did. You don't need their pity. You don't need their applause. You've got yourself, and that's always been enough. It's more than enough. Look around you. Look at everything you've survived, the betrayals, the losses, the emptiness. Yet here you are, still moving, still breathing, still fighting. That's what matters. Not their opinions, and not their lies. Just you. You keep searching for meaning in places where it doesn't exist. Stop. The meaning is in the fight, in the climb, in the silence. It's always been there. You don't need more than that. Wear your scars. Embrace your wounds. They're proof you've lived, proof you've survived, proof you're stronger than anything they threw at you. And make no mistake, you are stronger. Stronger than their words, stronger than their actions, stronger than their hate. They couldn't break you. They tried. Oh, how they tried. But you're still standing. And that's what they hate the most. That's why they left. Not because you were weak, but because you were too strong for them to handle. So don't fall for their games. Don't get dragged into their chaos. Let them destroy themselves while you walk your own path. Walk it alone if you have to. It's better that way. No one to hold you back. No one to weigh you down. And if the loneliness creeps in, let it. Let it remind you of who you are. Let it remind you of what you've survived, the nights you thought you wouldn't make it. The days you thought you'd fall apart. You didn't. You're still here. Still breathing. Still fighting. You keep fighting for yourself, not for them. Not for anyone else. Just for you. That's all you need. That's all you ever needed. You don't need to save what's already dead. Let it go. Walk away. Keep moving. That's how you win. That's how you survive. Let the past stay buried. Let the pain sharpen you. Let the fire guide you. And never look back. What's behind you is gone. What's ahead that's yours to take, that's yours to conquer. So take it. Conquer it. And don't stop until there's nothing left standing in your way. Do you think they ever expected you to come this far? Do you think they thought you'd make it? No. They wanted you to crumble. They wanted you to vanish, to disappear as if you never existed. But you didn't. You stayed. And that eats at them every single day. They thought you needed them. They thought you'd beg, crawl, shatter under the weight of their absence. But you didn't. You figured it out. You found a way. You didn't just survive, you thrived. And that's your revenge. That's your power. Not the anger, not the hate. It's the fact that you proved them wrong. It's the fact that you're still here when they swore you wouldn't be. Every step you take, every inch you claim, is a slap in their face. But you don't need to see it. You don't need their apologies or their regret. You've already won. They're stuck running in circles, chasing their own tails. But you're not. You're moving forward. You're building something they can't touch, something they can't destroy. But don't get distracted. Don't let the past pull you back. It's tempting, isn't it? To wonder if they've changed, to hope they see you now. Don't. It's not worth it. They're not worth it. What you're building is bigger than them. Bigger than the pain. Bigger than you. You owe it to yourself to keep going. You owe it to the person you were the one who cried alone in the dark. The one who whispered, "I can't do this," but did it anyway. That person fought for you to be here. Don't betray them. Don't waste their effort by looking back at ghosts. And the guilt, shame, drop it. It's not yours to carry. It belongs to the ones who turned their backs, the ones who let you down. Let them drown in it. It's not your job to save them. It never was. What you're doing now, that's for you. Every step forward, every victory, it's yours. Own it. Stop apologizing for being strong. Stop shrinking to make others feel comfortable. You've earned this. Every scar, every bruise, every tear it brought you here. To this moment. To this strength. You've got nothing to prove to anyone. If they don't see it, let them stay blind. If they don't believe in you, let them doubt. Their opinions are static background noise. You've learned to tune it out. Keep doing that. Focus. You've got mountains to climb, dreams to chase, a future to build. The world isn't going to hand you anything. You already know that. If you want something, you take it. If you need something, you build it. No shortcuts, no handouts, just you and the world. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's lonely. But it's real, and it's yours. So climb. Push. Break through every barrier they said would stop you. Prove them wrong. Not for them, but for you. And for you, while you smash every hurdle you clear, it's proof that nothing can hold you back. Not them. Not the pain. Not the past. The fire inside you, that's your weapon. Feed it. Let it burn. Let it consume every doubt, every fear, every lie they told you. This isn't about revenge. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about becoming everything they said you couldn't be. It's about rising so high that their voices can't reach you anymore. So keep going. Keep pushing. Don't look back. The path is brutal. It's lonely, but it's yours. And at the end of it, victory, and it will be yours alone. You've always been alone. The people you called friends, shadows, temporary, they disappeared when the light did. And here's the truth: you can't depend on shadows. You've never needed them. You've only ever needed yourself. And look at you now. You're still standing, still breathing, still here. That's not weakness, that's power. That's survival. The pain you feel is not your enemy, it's your fuel. That rage buried deep inside you, that's your fire. Don't run from it, don't silence it. Let it roar. Let it burn through every doubt, every lie, every weight they placed on you. You don't need their approval. You don't need their pity. All you need is the fight. That's always been enough. Stop waiting for them to see you. They won't. Stop waiting for them to care. They never did. And that's fine. You don't need them. You never did. They'll never understand the storms you've weathered, the betrayals you've endured, the nights that nearly swallowed you whole. But you understand. You know every step you've taken, every scar you've earned. You know the battles you fought in silence. And you're still here. still moving, still fighting. You keep looking back, don't you? Hoping to find meaning in places where none exists. Stop. The meaning isn't in them. It's in you. It's in every step you take forward. It's in the fire that refuses to die, no matter how many times they try to snuff it out. Wear your scars like armor. Embrace the pain that shaped you. Those wounds aren't weaknesses, they're your proof. Proof that you've survived. Proof that you've endured what they never could. They wanted to break you. Oh, how they wanted you to crumble. But here's what they never counted on: you don't stay down. You rise every single time. That's what terrifies them. That's why they turn their backs. Not because you were weak, but because you were too strong, too unyielding, too much for them to handle. So let them stay in their chaos. Let them drown in their regret. You've got your own path and it doesn't lead backward. Yes, the road ahead is brutal. It's lonely, but it's yours. That loneliness you feel, don't fear it. Embrace it. Let it remind you of strength you found in the silence, in the dark nights when no one else was there. You fought for yourself when no one else would. And now every step you take forward is yours. Every victory is yours. You owe them nothing. You never did. So stop carrying the guilt. Stop second-guessing yourself. The people who truly deserve you won't ask for proof of your worth. They'll see it. They'll honor it. They'll stand beside you when the storms come. But until those people find you, walk alone. Not because you have to, but because you choose to. There's power in solitude. Power in knowing you don't need anyone to validate your existence. You've always been enough. You just forgot that somewhere along the way. But now you remember. Now you know. Look at everything you've overcome: the betrayal, the heartbreak, the nights that should have broken you. You didn't survive because someone saved you. You survived because you saved yourself. You are your own anchor, your own savior, your own light in the darkness. Stop trying to fix what's already broken. Stop trying to save those who don't want to be saved. You're wasting your fire on battles that aren't yours to fight. Focus on your own war, the war inside you. That's the only battle that matters. That's the fight that deserves everything you've got. And when you win, when you conquer the doubts, the fears, the shadows that haunt you, you owe no one an explanation. Your victories are yours alone. Quiet, relentless, unstoppable. Let them wonder how you did it. Let them guess. You don't owe them anything. Not your words, not your attention, not a single moment of your time. The pain they caused you, that's your weapon now. The scars they left behind, that's your armor. You don't run from them. You don't hide them. You don't hide them. You own them. The proof of everything you've endured and everything you've become. They thought they broke you. And maybe they did just for a moment. But you rebuilt yourself stronger, sharper, untouchable. Now it's time to move forward. No distractions, no detours. The world doesn't wait for the wounded, and you don't have time to wait for it. Let the past bury itself. Let the ashes scatter. What's ahead of you, that's what matters. That's yours to take. The road won't be easy. You already know that. But hard isn't new to you. Hard is where you thrive. Hard is where you rise. Every scar, every battle, every step forward, it's all led to this moment. You've shed the weight they tried to place on you. You've left behind the shadows that once held you back. And now you're unstoppable. They'll call you selfish. Let them. They'll call you heartless. Let them. They'll say whatever they need to make themselves feel better, but their words mean nothing. They're echoes in the void, powerless against the fire you've become. Let them fade into irrelevance. This isn't about them. It's not about proving them wrong or seeking revenge. This is about you. About becoming untouchable. About building something so strong they could never tear it down. You've come too far to stop now. Every step forward is a step away from the chains they tried to bind you with. Every breath is a reminder that they can't touch you anymore. That power they stole, you've taken it back. And now it's yours to wield. So wield it, no apologies, no hesitation. This is your fight, your victory, your life. Stop pretending there's anything left to salvage. The ruins behind you aren't worth rebuilding. Burn them if you have to. Leave them in the ashes. What's ahead of you that's life? That's everything you've been fighting for. And it's waiting for you to claim it. You don't need to save what's already dead. You don't need to drag the past with you. This is your time, your fight, your future, and you're ready for it. You've always been ready. You just needed to remind yourself of who you are. So now you know. Now you rise. Now you take what's yours. And you don't stop. Not until there's nothing left standing in your way.